Hello and welcome to the Women of BSV. Today you've got Diddy, Ruth, and Casey, and our special guests are all the way from Nigeria, near Abuja, but you can tell us where it is that you come from. They're on a mobile phone. The signal's not so great, so we might be dipping in and out. So just to warn everybody, but this is Simon Mundi Obaje and Jose Gabriel. So Monday is a cinematographer, editor, and actor, and Jose is an independent artist, writer, and YouTuber. And they are my friends. So, would you like to introduce yourself, Monday, and would you like to introduce yourself, yes, Jose?
Okay, my name is Simon Monday Obaje, a cinematographer, editor, and also an artist. Sorry, an actor. Sorry. So I actually live in Abuja, Nigeria, and I'm currently not working. So that's it.
My name is Jose Gabriel. Also from Nigeria. I based in Abuja. I'm a writer, an independent artist, a YouTuber. I just hit 1K subscriber last month. Should I say last year? I hit my first 1K subscriber last year on YouTube,
Oh, that's
and it
fantastic.
was cool. Yes.
So, do you want to tell us your stories? Because I have known Monday for about 10 years now. And yeah, do you want to tell us your story, Monday? How did, from your side of things, we've known each other 10 years. So let's hear your story. How did we meet? How did you get into BSV, into Bitcoin? How do you know about Bitcoin? What have you been doing with your acting? How did all of this happen? And Yosei as well. I know that you're a rapper and I've listened to some of your tracks, which like I really like. Yeah. But also I know you were writing a Twitch rap. How is that going? Want to know about that as well.
That's a lot of
Okay.
questions in one
There's a
go.
lot of
Just
questions, yeah.
start
Yeah.
start with how did you meet Diddy and how long have you known her and that kind of thing.
Okay. Actually, I met Didi 2012 on Facebook, and she was kind, caring, and fun to be with online. We actually chatted. We talked about the entertainment entirely, and everything went well until I got admission into the university, and things were kind of a bit heavy for me to carry. So I share most of my problems and any maybe troubles I have in school and family whatsoever. I do share my life affairs with her. So stuff came by. So I got to know about Bitcoin. I had issues paying my school fees. So sometimes she sent me a token through Bitcoin. So through the Bitcoin, I got to know, okay, I can actually deal with cryptocurrency if I, put a whole lot of effort on it. Learning about BSV is a great opportunity through Didi. I appreciate you, Didi. Thank you, Ma, for the opportunity. Yes, ma'am. Since my 10 years of knowing her, she's so caring. She has been a mother to me. I do call her my mom. Yeah,
Mm,
she's my
yeah,
mom.
it is.
I love her so much. I don't joke with her. Whatever makes her sad, I make sure I keep her away from it. I don't let her feel sad or whatsoever. So I just make sure that she is okay whatsoever, even though I'm not in the UK to console her or whatsoever pain she is passing through. So 2017, yeah, if I could remember vividly, I had my second challenge, and she helped me pass through it. And at least most of my sorrows and pains I had inside of me was, cleared out. So all thanks to Didi once again. All my life story, I can't really mention say my life story without mentioning her name in a, should I say, a chapter of my story. So she has been with me even just for the 10 years. even though I'm more than 10 years now, but it's just like she has been with me right from childbirth. So she's a whole lot to me. I appreciate her so much. She helped me learn about Bitcoin. She taught me about stuff. So about the entertainment, editing, cinematography, and video making entirely. She taught me things. So I appreciate
Wow.
that.
So do you
What
want
an
to?
no, let me just for a moment.
All right.
What an incredible relationship. What an incredible tribute to Diddy. I feel exactly the same
Yeah.
way about her. She's an incredible, brilliant, positive influence in my life too, and I've known her for years as well, but not as long as you have. But that is amazing, and it's lovely to hear. Go ahead, Diddy.
Well, I was going to say because like it's not all down to me. A lot of this is down to you two as well. Because of the effort that you've made anyway. Because do you want to tell them what you were doing at uni Monday? What the course was that you were doing?
Okay, I actually studied the theater arts and creativity in our National State University, Kefi, National here in Abuja, here in Nigeria, sorry. And the course is a 4-year course, of which we have to write a project on to submit a thesis on it. I studied theater arts, at National State University, Kefi, in Nigeria. It's a state in Nigeria, Nasarawa State. So it's a 4-year course, and I choose the skill under the theater arts, which is cinematography, because I love cinematography entirely, and I would love to be a cinematographer even in the future, and also an editor. So via that, studying a 4-year course. At the end of the 4-year course, you present the thesis for the project supervisor to go through it and see if you are actually worthy of the certificate. So that's it.
So, Jose, what do you want to tell us your story?
Yes, I would love to. I actually met Bibi through Monday, and it has been a wonderful experience knowing her. And she had really made some impact on me. First time I'm having an outsider believing in me. What I mean by an outsider, someone who's not from my own country, who's not the same skin with me, believing in my own career and believing in me, giving me words of encouragement, telling me I can do it better. And those words really helped me. And December 2020, I lost my job to the pandemic. And it wasn't fun at all. It wasn't easy for me. And Monday introduced me to the BSV. Like uh, BSV is a crypto like Bitcoin, is another version of Bitcoin, and it's very cheap to purchase. Then that when you purchase this, you invest some money in it. In due time, the value will increase. Then you can also get your money in double fold, which I did. And I was able to pay my bills through BSV, and I was able to record some of my tracks with it too. Then I think life wasn't really easy, but with the support of Monday and Didi, I'm able to achieve most of my goals. Then I've been doing well since then, but the only challenge is now we really have gadgets for production. Because I also act, like I support him when he needs me to act some
When
parts
when
for
did
him.
you when did you start writing? Because you write rap songs, don't you? So when did that, like, Monday's got his went to uni and the theatre side of things. How did you two meet? Because you're both
Um,
creative.
yes, we both met. Tw- okay, we met 2018. Yes, we met at the church 2018, and he told me he's studying theater art. I was like, wow, this person is in my own line, is in the same field with me, because I'm a writer. I don't just write rap songs alone. I also write. I'm writing a book about myself, but it's not yet done.
I
Yet.
hope I appear in it.
But it's not yet done. Then I also write scripts. I write scripts for plays, for stage dramas. I write scripts for movie. I think I started writing a script for a music inclined movie, though I'm not yet done because it's a series and we're still saving to start production soon, anytime soon, hopefully. Then I started writing while I was in secondary school. That's while I was in high school. I started writing. Then I picked interest in writing, but I actually did science in school. Uh, and I am a computer science dropout, 200 level, all because of and the financial support stuff like that. So it's fine. I'm still going back to school soon. I'm going back to school soon, and it will be fine. I hope so.
Well, you both sound very, very well educated, and like you're doing a huge diversity of subjects there. Did I hear right that you said you were a Bitcoin miner? That you were Bitcoin mining? Or did I mishear that?
Yes, I said I'm a BSV miner.
Wow.
He's
Are you
teaching me
mining
about.
BSV?
He's actually teaching me. Last Monday, I'm still learning though. I'm not that perfect in it, and he has always supported me.
Okay.
Whenever I need help, he's
Okay.
always there.
Okay. Let me come in here. I think
Yeah.
when he said mining, it doesn't like. I think it doesn't mean what you're actually thinking. What
Well,
Mhm.
I'm,
he's trying to bring in is like talking about the Twitch.
yeah,
The
that's what I was thinking, but I know Ruth was thinking
Right.
something
Yeah.
else.
No, I was actually thinking you meant because I was
Yeah,
going to say
no,
because that requires some
yeah,
hefty
but
computing
yeah, but
power these days.
I know you're both on Twitch, so carry on. 'Cause I know Randy helped you a lot on Twitch.
Okay, I think it's talking about Twitch, how you generate money
Mhm.
using Twitch, getting the branches and likes, and getting some percentage at
Oh, that
least
makes
in return
sense.
in
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
wallet. So that's the mining it's talking about.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
there's a. Mhm.
you don't know we don't really know much more. We learn every day, so every
Mhm.
day we learn about things. So what he actually wanted to say, I think using mine is somehow like as if he has a mining machine at home, but not
Mm.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
like the app. Yeah, the
yeah.
app Twitch. So he's using the Twitch to generate
No, to
some
be
BSV
fair
for himself.
though, it's a totally legitimate way of making BSV. And I've heard quite a few people from countries all around the world making money from their art and various different things and music on Twitch. So I think it's a totally legitimate to say that that's BSV mining. To be honest, if you can
Mm.
make more than you spend, then yeah, that's conjuring money out of thin air almost, isn't it? So I know that's really wonderful. And what kind of posts and branches and stuff do you are you posting any of your work on Twitch, or are you just chatting with people? How do you use it?
What I do on Twitch, I post a link to most of my works, and I got stream from Twitch and also from other social media platforms. So those stream also generate money to my own wallet where I withdraw, and I also withdraw money from my Twitch wallet too. But I've not
Fantastic.
really posted any of my work.
Have you tried Relica yet? That's another good way of making small amounts with your photographs. I bet your photographs would be very well
Mm.
liked on Relica. Have you seen Relica .world? I think it is.
It's like Instagram, but it's the same as Twitch, whereas you like something and you
And
can
you get paid.
earn paid for it. So actually, I might not have sent you that link, but you can use a money button or a hand cash, and I know you've got a money button Monday, And I know, have you got a money button? Jose?
No.
I'll get you your
Um,
money button, and then I'll show you how they work. So that would be cool. Yeah, because Relica is very
okay.
much like Instagram, and there are some great photos that I've seen from both of you. And Streamanity, I know Monday tried Streamanity as well. So there is that kind of thing as well. But it is, from my point of view, I'm not very good at getting an audience. To be fair, not on Twitch. I think you've done a lot better than I've done on Twitch, Jose. So I need to probably take some lessons off you, to be honest with you.
No,
So
wow.
there's a video that I want to show, which is the affliction one, because Jose is in the video and Monday filmed the video, and we kind of edited it between us. So that's affliction. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to do this.
I really enjoyed this video, by the way. I thought it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so
Impressed by it.
Can you see? Is that shared? Right, okay. So let me enlarge this. So this video is what Monday did. And it's got some of my music, and Jose is in it. So I'm just going to press the start.
It's absolutely beautiful. Well done, guys, and I love the music as well today. So it
Thank
went
you.
beautifully with it.
So do you want to talk us through that video? Where did the like where did that inspiration come from? Who are the boys? Where is this? What's the what's happening in here? And like give us a rundown of the filming process, what you did, what you captured, where you went, etc.
Okay. Just like I earlier said, concerning my life story. Yeah, is it better now?
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, start
Okay.
again.
Okay, I'll start all over again. Concerning my life entirely, it's full of challenge and uh, problems here and there, obstacles holding me down. I got inspiration, to get a picture of things happening around me, infusing my life into the story, the video entirely, looking around the people, the children, especially the children suffering. That is, as you can see in the video, as you saw in the video, the beggars, especially, you see them begging for food in order to survive. Some of them fighting over the food, and things like that are not supposed to be. We are in a nation that we need help from government to help and also put a full assist in our daily activities too. So looking at the way the children are living, they are this kind of like they don't have a future. They are futureless because of the type of government we have currently, and at least some of them have their parents. They have their parents, but the parents are not capable to keep them. Like they can't keep them because you can't feed them. No shelter, no food, no clothing. Some of the clothing are being given to them by those that want to give out for charity. So most of those issues we find it around ourselves. And using myself to the challenges I faced in school, financially, both educationally and otherwise, stuff like maybe funding my fees, like getting getting money to fund my fees and stuff like that. Okay, sorry, you have to excuse Gabby. He wants to ease himself.
Okay.
Um, okay, I'll just carry on.
Mhm.
So funding my educational career, it's a problem to me. So I found inspiration in doing that, so that at least I would, pass a message to whosoever might be of help, so that at least the children too might have a voice in the society to get assist from the government too. So that's the inspiration about the video I made.
It's wonderful.
So I've got a
Yes.
question. Remember I sent you a question. Myself and Ruth were on Charles Miller's Coin Geek Conversations, and he asked me to ask you, what would it do to the community if a load of mobile phones were basically let you get in touch with the industrialized world? Do you think that would be a good thing? Would that be a good thing? And what kind of work would they like to do if they had the chance to communicate and earn through mobile phones? Now, I mean, I'm amazed with you, Gabby, because like you've really made Twitch work for you, which
Mm.
is absolutely fantastic. So, if you put a mobile phone in one of the, I mean, again, how old are the children that are in the video?
Okay, concerning mobile phones, necessarily, strategically, I don't have a camera to do my works, and so the mobile phone will be of great assistance because I can actually, the grade of a mobile phone they use now, I can actually use it to,
That was a good place for it to free
that will
Monday.
cost up to a
Oh,
million or two.
the
Can you
phone's
hear me now?
freezing.
Yeah,
Start again.
you
Okay,
froze for a second. Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
I
going.
would start that whole thing again.
can I continue?
Yeah,
Hmm.
start from the beginning again.
Okay, beginning. Okay. The whole inspiration, as I explained, is based on the things happening around the country, the children suffering, shelter, clothing, and the rest. The needy, those are needy. The government not helping them, not funding the society that are needful. Instead, they lavish the money on things that are not really relevant. The stuff like that. The clothes they even have on them, those children you see on the video, the clothes they have on them were being given to them by people that want to give out for charity purpose. So most of the challenges they have is basically shelter, clothing, and food. That's a basic challenge they have. And concerning the mobile phone will actually help. Picture especially, picture captures moment. You agree with that? So moments like that, or even if you can't get a still photo, you can get a motion video in order to capture what is happening around you. So instead of getting that camera that will be more cost up to 1 million or 2 million plus in naira, so it's better we get a phone that will be more affordable, to make a video or pictures, to show what is happening around us, for promotions and help from maybe the other government or government, in place now.
That's good. And would you be able to use apps, do you think, like Twitch, to earn money if people were given phones? Do you think
Yes,
that
we can
people?
actually. Yes, we can actually use Twitch. You can actually use Streamanity. I think Didi told me about Streamanity. I'm using a Streamanity. I posted some of my YouTube videos we made. I and Jose. We posted it on Streamanity. I have an account there. Yeah, I have an account there. So I posted some of my videos there. I'm still on Twitch. I use Twitch more than Streamanity. So most of my works I upload it on the platform.
Have you got a Relay X wallet as well? You did some artwork, didn't you? Was it a rose?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did some artwork with a phone, of which I submitted it. I posted it on what they call it. Is
Relay
it
X.
Twitch? NFT stuff like that.
Relax,
I don't really know.
relax.
Relax, yeah, relax. So
Relax.
yeah, the name of the art is a wild rose, like color red, somewhat beautiful to me. I don't know about Didi. I actually showed Didi the work. I did the artwork by myself, and
Yeah, good.
I posted it on it. So it's nice to me. Just that.
One day, whenever you make an NFT, you must tell us about it, and we will advertise it on our Twitter and Twitch.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Whenever you release a new NFT, you must tell us about it, and we'll advertise it on our Twitter and our Twitch and all the
Okay,
other
okay. I'll
places that
post
we
it to
post.
Didi.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll post it to Didi so we get to you. Thank
yeah.
you, ma'am.
Yeah, no
Yep.
worries. And Jose, you can now mint music
Yes.
on Relay X. So, did you know that you could do that? And with your Twitch rap that I know you are writing, which I would really like to hear at some point, you could upload that to Relay X. So that's something else that you could try and do as well. So have you minted an NFT yourself?
Not really, but I've seen some works on the relax. I've seen some work from Mandip. Yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
amazing.
Oh, did
He's
you see
an
Mandy?
Yeah.
amazing rapper.
It's good, isn't
Yes,
he?
I've seen. I've listened to some of his tracks on Relax, and they are really amazing. He raps like Kendrick Lamar. I think he's a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
and his lyrics are really passing messages. So it's cool. But I would love to put my music on Relax.
I'll show you how. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
show you
Yeah,
how.
and also to get promotion for that, promotion will help.
Now, is one of your raps on YouTube? Essence is on YouTube, isn't it?
Yes, Yes, my first single last year, Blessing.
But,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's on YouTube.
okay, so is it all right if I mean, there's another thing that me and Jose have got in common. We both really like Dax. I love Dax. I think he's
Yes,
really good.
it's
Yeah.
alright. It's alright.
So
It's
so I
alright.
can show your rap, yeah? Is that all right? And then we can talk about your little bit. Okay. So I found it
Yes.
anyway. It's about two and blessings.
Blessings. All of my life, I'm learning some lessons. Blessings. All of my life, I'm learning some lessons. Grow as a child, my life was so bitter. Me as a son, I have a full sister, feeding the dead. She's trying my mama, nigga a switch. I live with my uncle, feeling so pain. I'm feeling aggressive, down on my knees and seeking for mercies. Who would it be? I'm looking for blessings. I'm looking for blessings. Blessings. All of my life, we're learning some lessons. Down on my knees, looking for mercies. Nigga was pain, I'm feeling aggressive. Looking for fame, was up expectation. All the girl were fucking depression. My uncle said, my first accusation. These are the pain, I feel in aggression. Look now, the devil is chasing me. They trying to make me strategy. All I just need was support in me. They see my auntie was broken. All I could do was face on my demon. I broke out the gate to regain my position. The channel was bad, I just need that attention. Not only against, I do my confession. Fucking attention, I'm playing in aggression. Moving in emotion, and these are emotional application. I see the professor. When I feel on him, right and lotion. Yeah, I deep it and lotion. Bitches are savage, the places are not gonna life is a book that is short by a cover. They never took time to reward it inside of. Yes, I'm a friend of me, just be my enemy, yeah. Just be my enemy, say I'm a threat to society. The feelings of fake for equality. They gonna spend these qualities. Whenever you touch on my apathy. That's my apathy. Yeah, that's my apathy. Blessings. All of my life, I'm learning some lessons. Blessings. All of my life, I'm learning some lessons. All I could do was to face on my demon. I broke out again to regain my position. The China was pain, I just needed attention. Not only again, so I do my confession. Fucking attention, I pain in aggression. Moving emotion, I use the emotion. The medication, I feel like professor. When I feel honey, more right and lotion. Blessings. All of my life was learning some lessons. Now on my knees was seeking for mercies. Nigga was bad, I'm feeling aggressive. Looking for fame, was up expectation. All that I got was fucking depression. My uncle that said was first accusation. These are the pain, I feel in aggression. Blessings. Yeah. All of my life, I'm learning some lessons. Blessings. Great. All of my life, I'm learning some lessons.
I love that track, you
That's
know.
incredible. I've never heard that before. That's amazing.
Thank
See?
you.
Thank you.
I am
Very
blown
talented.
away. I bet Mandy would love that. We'll have to tell him.
You know what? Yeah, I'll make sure that Mandeep listens to that because that beat. So
It's really good.
did you do that on your phone?
Sorry?
How did you mix your track? What's your process for mixing?
No, I go to the studio and record there. I pay for the studio section. And, I get a producer to mix and master, then finishes the work. I distributed it. Awesome.
Was it expensive to get it produced?
Yeah, it wasn't expensive then when I produced. It was around $200 well converted to naira then. But now cost of production is very high. Now to produce a track, you have to have close to $500 to $600 to be able
Yeah.
to make a track. I think that
So
is one of the reasons still yet to drop the Twitch track. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So if you could produce on your phone, like would you, I mean, do you how do you go about the process in the first place? Like, do you record on your phone and then mix it on your phone and then get it mastered at a studio? Or like, if you could do everything just on your phone, would you do it that way? Like, for example, the kids
Yes.
in the video. Yeah. So go on, yeah.
Uh, if I could get an app which can make me access the recording on my phone, I will. But I don't know any app that can really help me to record on my phone while I take it to the studio for mixing and mastering. But if I can get any app right away, I will.
So the children, going back to the phone situation then. So take it from the children that were in the video that you were both in, that we all did together. How do you think a phone would change their lives? I mean, kind of, you've got to get a handset, you've got to get a data card. Like, obviously, if you're not working, it's really hard to you can't really have a contract. So what's the best way that would work in say dropping a phone on, say, the children that are in that video? What are their ages as well?
Okay, basically, how we actually worked with the children using the affliction as a case study. What I did, the little I had with me then, I got food for them, shared food among them, told them my aim, what I had to do as of that moment. So getting food for them, they were so happy working with me. So that was the least I could get for them as at that moment. So they were very, very happy, and expecting to even do more. Even I had nothing. Next time I can actually work with them. So getting that food entirely, you could see the happiness in their faces. Some of them even fighting over the food, and I had to settle some of them, give them the portion of food they wanted, and just make everything settled. So basically, what they need are those three things I mentioned: food, shelter, and clothing. So I could only get them just a little food. So they were happy. So you could see the joy in them already.
And if you could earn BSV, how would you convert that into food and shelter? Have you got any way of doing that?
I didn't get that, sorry.
If you and the children could earn BSV on their phones, how would you convert that into food and shelter? Do you have a way of converting Bitcoin into food?
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I do. They have vendors, people that accept BSV in exchange for maybe food, fruits, and other beverages you can actually give to them. And using the phone too, you can actually use the phone for the production. After giving them the food, you can use the phone to make the production. And also, Didi knows as well. Like, I use my phone to edit. I can use my phone to edit. I don't have a laptop yet. I can't afford a laptop yet. So I use my phone to edit basically. So that's it. I use the phone to edit the video for Affliction.
Diddy's the greatest at knowing how much the phone can do, aren't you, Diddy? I mean, you've edited videos on your phone as well. You make some great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I prefer to do things on the go, so that's why the phone is a great computer in that sense. But obviously, you need a good quality phone to be able to do a lot of things. Like,
Yeah.
i.e., on my phone, I film, I edit, I mix music because it's an iPhone. But if you haven't got the availability of having an iPhone, you don't have the pleasure of having iMovie and GarageBand. But I know obviously on Android phones you do, but it just depends on the level of phone of the level of where you're at of what you can afford. So yeah, but I mean, personally, it's a gadget that I can do everything on the go. But I was just wondering, if the kids, if from my point of view, it's to give a child like one of them in the video a phone would be really hard, because they need to be able to generate the income in the first place to be able to pay for the phone and the contract, if that makes any sense. So what kind of work do you think is available at the moment in BSV where they could at least earn enough to be able to afford those? You know, I mean, like, what does $2 a day get you? Not a lot. I know that because, you know, Nigeria, I mean, 10,000 naira is about £17. So, and I know you were telling me the other day, you know, prices are all over the place, but you use Centbee. So Centbee is a wallet that I know that Monday has, and you can use Centbee for certain vendors, but not for all vendors. And when you're exchanging, there's another way to exchange. You have to have a certain amount before you can actually exchange it to a different country. And there was a point in Nigeria as well where you couldn't use BSV at all, could you?
Okay. Actually, BSV is not actually very rampant in Nigeria yet.
It's not common.
It's not common yet. Just like the Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, the other Coin, Dogecoin, and the rest. BSV is yet to be there. So yes, yet to be in use. Yeah. So what we do, we do the exchange rate. We calculate the exchange rate. If it's exchangeable, we exchange it. Then we can actually exchange it to either Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Dogecoin. Then we sell it out to the trader. That is a vendor. Then we can actually get a raw cash, and we can make use of it at the moment. Yeah.
But it's quite.
We're also We're also making an effort to introduce BSV to people around us. We just need something to prove to them that yes, BSV can really work in Nigeria. We're working on achieving that goal soon. I hope we'll get there soon.
That's
Yeah,
terrific.
yeah. It would be so helpful if more people actually adopted BSV over there. It
Can
really
I
would
just say, Diddy? Fortunately, we've got Casey and Ryan X Charles listening in. Can you guys come in and just say hello?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Cassie.
We were just waiting for a good window. You guys had such a good flow going. We didn't want to interrupt, but it's awesome to hear about your journey so far and what you guys are doing for your community. Sounds really positive. So I'm happy for you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
I don't know whether you guys know, but Ryan X Charles here on the left is the creator of the Money Button wallet. So he's a very pivotal person in Bitcoin SV. So anything that he has to say is worth listening to.
I don't have anything to say. I have questions though, which are things like, you know, what are the top issues you guys face? Sounds like you're talking about exchange there is an issue. But what would you like to see happen in the industry to make it easier for you guys to monetize what you're doing?
Okay. Basically, like I earlier said to Didi and Ruth, and currently, BSV is not that rampant in Nigeria yet. It's not really common, just like the Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum and the rest. But we can actually promote it, like tell people about it, of which we are in the process already. I've actually introduced some people to the Relax and Money Button, Twitch, and Streamanity. So most of them, they know about BSV now. Like BSV is the real Bitcoin. Like BSV is Bitcoin, is a real Bitcoin. So most of them, so most of them get to why is BSV Satoshi Vision? Why is it not Bitcoin? Like, just what's the Satoshi Vision for? So that I get to explain about the Nakamoto and the rest. Show them some video about the Nakamoto, and the video like Didi sent to me. I show some of it. Okay, they get to believe. Okay, BSV is actually a real Bitcoin, so you can actually make use of it for transaction and the rest. So they buy to it. So some of them, like Gabby here, I introduced him to Relax, Tremanity, and Twitch also. So he's making use of it too. So he can actually promote a lot of things here, even the needs and wants of the people around here. even though the government can help for a while.
Okay, so I mean, it sounds like you're making effective use of all the tools that already exist. I mean, but what is your wish list? Like, I mean, you know, it sounds like you have no issues from what you just said, but there's no way I believe that. Surely there's something you're missing, something that could be better about it than what it currently is, but maybe not.
Okay. Basically, I think the BSV entirely, to what I've seen so far, is would be of great help. Like the video I made, Affliction. I don't know if you've watched the video, but that video, the children inside the video, they can actually be more advantaged when they're inside of BSV, because most of them are grown up. So we get to introduce them to BSV, how to make money through BSV. So it's build their future for them too, so they can actually see something going up for them in the future. So it'll be helpful.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
like
It's
spreading.
just like opening their eyes to the light.
Yes.
Like bringing them out of the darkness to the light,
So they
showing
can
them the
see-
light in BSV.
Yeah.
Yes. With
Yeah.
that,
There is
I
a way
think
forward.
we will really make a lot of impact in their lives. And I see BSV standing in Nigeria.
Have you guys started using the CentB wallet at all too? Because I know there's a lot of benefits for the African. Yeah, did you guys already discuss that? We had Dakota running around
no.
a little bit, so we didn't get
Yeah,
to
no.
hear
Yeah,
that.
yes,
Cool.
we'll be making use of this CentB wallet, and that's
good.
what I used to withdraw my BSV on Twitch. Then I sell it to a vendor so I can get the raw cash. So
Basically,
the CentB
like,
wallet.
I've known Monday for 10 years, so everything I know, I have imparted on Monday, literally. Like, whether he likes it or not, I just literally talk about BSV. So, like, Monday learned from BSV from me, and I send him things that I think are really relevant. So, I mean, that's a good number of years, you know. So, this is what I'm saying. You weren't using CentB at one point, and then all of a sudden, the Nigerian government were like, no, you can't use anything, and none of the vendors would accept BSV for some reason. And now they've started, so you couldn't use CentB wallet, and now they've started again slowly accepting BSV. So CentB is used in Nigeria, but it's not as widely used, and there's not as many vendors on it as what there are in South Africa. Because I know, like, I made you get in touch with CentB as well, didn't I? So to ask them some questions and things. So yeah, so I've tried my best to impart as much information as possible, and then Monday educates people to try and educate them about BSV as well. So
I know CentB allows you to spend money in like Walmart and places in America, doesn't it? So does it have any off ramps or places to spend money in shops where you are in Nigeria?
Not really.
No,
just sort of
Not yet.
like,
not yet.
I mean, the vendors that you use, they're like street vendors.
Yeah. It's not really
Yeah,
the same as America. It's all
I'll throw out
chains.
an idea. Like what we need to do is, because we've had so many issues with these cryptocurrency exchanges, we should just forget about those. We need to create some sort of ground up real world exchange. In fact, I was thinking about this just recently, but it sounds exactly what we need in this situation. So something where we can enable people on the ground in different locations to trade cash for BSV. So to provide things like accounting software or whatever it is that you need, you could have a smartphone to let you keep track of the cash transfers in exchange for BSV, to enable anyone to create an exchange anywhere. That might be a way to get into places that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. And so
Yeah,
people can
good idea. Yeah.
So, like, for
That's a
example,
good idea.
because you were doing the film as well, and there's a village. There was a village as well. Can I show you a picture of the village? Is that all right? Can you see that? Okay, so these guys, and you had to talk to the king of the village to be able to get permission to be able to film, right? So what about the guys, like for example, the king of the village? Has he got a mobile phone? I mean, what would he think about being able to use a digital currency? How would that, like, I'm just intrigued.
Okay, the king of this village of where we actually shot this trailer, the movie Kuledi, it's actually he's actually not using an Android phone. He's using a Techno a button phone, like it has a button, so it's a touchlight phone. So he's not really
a
social person yet. So, but if we have to educate him on that, I think if he sees the opportunity, he'll actually grab it with both hands.
Cool. That's good to know.
So
Yeah.
It's
we
good to
have
hear.
a whole village in Nigeria who are really eager to learn about BSV, use the technology, and then actually educate other people.
So we should have a philosophy here, because the thing is, real world cash works fine in the real world, but what you can use BSV for is like this interface to the digital world. So what would be the top use case in that village for the internet world? Or do you disagree with me? Like perhaps the best use case for BSV actually is real world exchange. So do you see what I'm saying? Like, do you agree that the primary application for BSV would be to interface that village to the entire rest of the world via the internet? Because you can't do that with physical cash, but you can do that with BSV. Do you agree? Yeah. And then the question is, like, what would they like to do? Because if we can solve those two issues, it would be totally logical for them to do it. So they could start interfacing, essentially marketing themselves on the internet and selling something. Like I'll just give you a silly example. Creating social media profiles where they sell some type of supplementary information to show off what's going on in the village or something. I'm just throwing out a random idea, but whatever, something appropriate for the village. But do you see what I'm saying? So like, what would be the use case in the village? Why would they use BSV?
Okay. Basically, okay. During the shooting of the movie Kulebi, we actually used the BSV for some of the costume, some of the staging. But in real life, they can actually use BSV in some of their transactions. Just like what you said, if you can actually create an exchange format in the app, so they can actually use it to purchase stuff like maybe using in the house, like household stuff, maybe for the kitchen, for the store, food and whatever, groceries and whatever they want. So they can actually use it to make a purchase. Because when I was making the video, Kulebi, because they got to know that Didi supported the making of the video. Thank you so much, Didi, for that. Supported the video for the costuming. So she actually made me believe that we can use BSV to make uh, things come to reality, and even in the epic life. Because making an epic video is just like making a video entirely, it actually needs financing. So BSV will actually be a great help in making a video, especially epic movie. You need more of the costume to make it more elaborate, and the storyline should be in line. Whatever you're doing should be in line of the tradition and custom of the location you're using. So everything should be in line. Not about like we have three major traditions in Nigeria here: the Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. So if you actually want to depict the culture of Yoruba, you have to use a complete attire. You don't have to contradict issues like using the attire of Igbo in place of Yoruba. No, it doesn't work that way. So you have to get a complete set of the Yoruba costume and whatsoever they use for their traditional whatsoever. So like the building of the shrine and whatsoever. So that
Monday, you
uh,
froze.
okay, sorry, network issues. So you can actually compare the phone, the attire that the Yoruba people use with the that of Igbo, because they are different. So you don't actually contradict their attire in that manner. So you have to use a specific attire for it. So BSV actually help in getting the complete set of whatever we need for the production.
So you could have patronage then. You could have like fundraising for making a new film, for instance. That would be a good way to use BSV, wouldn't it? to get sponsors for the film.
Yeah, sure.
I
And
love it.
the why making the video, they were actually happy that they were exposed to the real world because they were inside the bush. Didi saw the place. It was a thick, should I call it a forest? It's not a forest though, but it was a thick bush. Typically inside the bush. I don't know if you've heard of this tribe in South Africa. They live inside the bush, so they're not really open to a civilization yet. So it's just inside the bush. And when we got there with the camera that we rented, Didi, thank you for that. She actually also rented the camera for us that we use for the production of video. So when they saw the camera, the tripod, and whatsoever, it was just like, what are the people here for? Like, what are they doing? Like, what was the production for? So we got to meet the chief of the land. We explained to him. It's just like, we're gonna be on Nollywood, just like Nigeria, making like we'll be live on TV. They'll watch us. I say, of course, if it get promoted, yes, you'll be shown live, like worldwide. You'll be known. He said, wow, why not? You can go ahead, do whatever you want to do. So you see that things like this actually promote their own culture, and they get to see their things, the things that are their do's and don'ts in their society. So that's it.
I've got another photo. Let me just show you this photo because it's more realistic for where they were living. I don't have too many, but hopefully you can see this one as well. So can you see that?
Yeah.
So when I was on a call a bit, what was this, before Christmas? And literally everybody in this photo was on a call.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, everybody in this photo was on the call, and I've never seen a happier bunch of people in my entire life, I swear. But literally, it's just like it was like a hut, wasn't it, that you were all in?
You're muted.
Yeah. So Monday, when you phoned me and everybody was in the background, where were you? You were in like a mud hut somewhere. Was that at the village?
Yeah, it was inside the village, like live inside the hut. These people, the king is the man in the photo that is for like the elderly man in the photo, in the middle of the photo, like with a white t-shirt, yes, with a cap. That's the chief of the village. He's a farmer. So we actually went to meet him in his farm to take this picture. So that was where we took this picture. But during that video call we had, we're inside his hut, one of his huts, where that is he calls it his bedroom, is one of his bedroom. So that hut is his bedroom. So he gave us that hut to use in place of palace. That is, we use it as a palace. So that's the place we were then. Sorry, Jose have to ease himself. He's coming back.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
I don't know. What else do you want to say?
Well, there could be crowdfunding. I'm just thinking, like, the quality of all your work is so high. It competes on the same playing field as anything that we're making over here. So I don't see any issue with you being able to sell your music, sell your art, sell your films over here. It's just a question of getting it in front of a bigger audience, I think. So I think this is
okay,
going to be explosive growth once we can get the technology in the hands of people.
But do you want to tell some of the problems though? Because obviously you had all your equipment stolen and everything, and then there was like the hard drive of the phone, like literally files were lost. The same as when I did a really nice video of Craig with Block Dojo, and there wasn't enough room on my phone, so I lost my files. And that's the same with you had that kind of similar problem, didn't you?
Yeah. Welcome back. The phone, the hard drive. We needed a hard drive to save some of the files. It was a great help. Thanks for that. Some of the gadgets we used, it was due to the help Didi gave to us, so we're able to save and get some of that. So the video was actually, should I say, though it was not like we actually planned, like we planned like financially we're not really ready, but with the support of Didi, we had everything on set. Like the flash drive, she got it for us. The camera, everything like that was on set. So everything was just used like that. That's it.
So let me throw out an idea of how we could tie some threads together. I see two things that can be plugged together. One is, in order to produce a film, for example, you have these people sort of on the ground that want to trade with one another, and so you need to purchase equipment and have someone perform the editing or something like this, and hire actors or something like this. There's a bit of a marketplace that's a local marketplace. So you need the ability to say, hire someone and pay them for something. So that's just a marketplace. But Ruth, to your point about fundraising, we can tie that to global fundraising too, because it's BSV. So you can do the marketplace idea using cash. But what you can't do is raise money globally using physical cash. You have to use electronic cash. So what if we tied those two ideas together? So there's one app that's a marketplace that people can use to buy and sell services from one another, but you can also use to raise money from anyone, anywhere, because that would enable you to get you could just use that locally for a little economy. But then by being able to raise money from anybody, anywhere, it allows you to access the entire world's capital markets. So if that app existed, we would connect this real world economy to global capital markets to fund whatever it is that you're doing. What do you think?
Okay. Basically, Didi knows me very well. Like, it's up to 10 years she knows me. I'm not like should I say that I'm actually living an independent life to an extent. Help doesn't really come. Like, I don't really get financial support. I'm just living by the grace of God. Not having a job currently. I'm a graduate. Just I have my certificate, but I'm yet to have a job, like a good job to work and earn something, even at that. Like the video, I don't know if they still have the trailer I shot on the video entirely. I had the trailer set and I sent the trailer to her. Everything I did was based on how hard I could work. I did all my possible best to make sure all my work had been done. Like, all the perfection I had in me, I make sure I put it in that project. So I don't want to fail my mom, which is Didi. I don't want to fail her entirely. So I make sure I put all my effort in it. So everything I do it for her. It's not as if I have the financial whatsoever to do the promotion or marketplace to get someone hired to do the editing. I did the editing, I did the cinematography, I did all the handling of the camera entirely, but the photography, I did it myself. Basically, all the works, I did it myself. So most of the stuff was due to my sweat. I put my sweat on it. She just assisted financially because she's not here physically to help. I know she would have helped in the editing, but at least she gave me advice online to do this, do that. So at least I get support and everything went well. So thank God for that.
So that's about opening up opportunities. So one of like, how many people in that village have got mobile phones? Is it just the chief, or has everybody got a mobile phone?
No, not everybody. Of course, not everybody gets a mobile phone. Basically, what we need a phone for, number one, is for the photography. The picture quality should be the picture quality should be high in quality. What we need is not like we are giving the whole village mobile phone. No, what I'm actually saying is that we can.
My question, though, Monday. My question is, though, like the village itself, there is, like, literally the chief has a mobile phone, but hardly anybody else in the village has a mobile phone, because there is actually no work that generates any income for any of them specifically. So, like, so where am I going with this? So yeah, if the people of the village were given a mobile phone, put your case aside for a sec, but say the people in the village who haven't got access to a phone at the moment, they had a mobile phone. Do you think, with the things that are on BSV at the moment, like Twitch, Relay X, etc., do you think there would be some kind of marketplace for them to be able to actually generate some income Like,
Yes.
how?
For Okay, for example, yeah, like I said, you're not giving all of them a mobile phone. Then they can actually reach out to the world entirely because there are some things, like I said, there are some things like traditions that are being done in their place. So there will be some people that actually need a phone to do some videos, like maybe short videos of maybe like I can take for example animal life, maybe the stuff like all these their creatures, how they rear their cows. They have a cow. They have cows there. They rear cows. So how the life of that like diary of a cow, how the cow is being treated because they have someone that treats the cow, have someone that attends to the cow. Yeah, cow, CWO, cow. Yeah, the animal cow. They train the cow, so they're more like they rear cows, so they have ideas of animals, so they can actually get to reach out like by posting various video about their daily life, training,
Yeah.
rearing a cow, and also reaching out to the whole world about their own tradition, at least for the world to see, okay, this kind of people actually exist. You get.
Not only that, but instructional videos. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but pretty much anything that I want to do that I don't know how to do, I'll go and look for a video online on how to do it. And 10 minutes later, I know how to do it. So I'm sure there's plenty of things that happen in your country that uh, people all around the world would find very instructional and useful to learn from you. And that itself, you could charge small amounts of money for, pay per view. So I just think, by the sound of it, you just need the tech, you just need the technology in your hand, and
But
then you
Yeah.
guys will run with it.
well,
Yeah.
my question is though, how do you think the technology and being on the internet would affect someone who's never been on the internet who lives in a village?
Oh yeah.
That I have how do
Will
you
it
think
will it
that
be
would affect?
positive or negative? Do you think?
Okay, it will be of positive help to the society because at least they'll get open, like they'll get civilized. Civilization will reach to them on time. At least they'll get to know about the internet entirely. Get to see people that are different from them, like learn about more cultures online. But watching videos, watching about documentaries entirely, they'll get to see different type of people because to them maybe they feel like they are just the type of like their tradition is the superior, so they'll get to learn about more. Oh, this they'll get to say, okay, this culture actually exists. Okay, we have the people from South Africa, we have the people from Tanzania, we have the people from Senegal, so they'll get to learn various culture from different countries. At least they get to, okay, this culture actually, oh, my culture looks similar, like it actually appears more similar to this culture. So they get to know more about people and communicate with people, connect with new people, and make friends too online.
Do you think that would be quite mind blowing? Like,
Sorry.
Yes,
if,
it will
yeah.
be mind blowing to them.
Yeah, sure. I
Uh,
to actually open their eyes to see more things of life.
I think what we worry about maybe is making their lives worse without meaning to. I think that that's just like a little bit of a fear, because in some respects, technology has brought some bad things as well as some good. But I think for the most part, generally speaking, I would still say it's definitely a positive. What would you say, Ryan?
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I was just worrying about, because I'm like, well,
Yeah.
you know what's going to happen? Mark Zuckerberg is going to subsidize phones for these people, and he's going to get them hooked on Facebook, and it's going to turn it into some kind of nightmare.
And
So I'm
then
trying to figure out
Hope
while you're
not.
talking, I'm like, how
Yeah.
do we get in there first and make sure that Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg doesn't ruin it? And
Mm.
there need to be some real use case and empower the people on the ground and not try to enslave people on the ground.
and
So
not
there
take
are
it
two polar opposite directions to go in here. And given what you guys said earlier about not everybody has a mobile phone, there is a this is going to go one direction or the other. So we need to make sure this goes in the direction of freedom and liberty, not towards totalitarianism, which is what the Mark Zuckerberg approach would be. So What we need to do is, whatever the solution to this is, act quickly, but it should be something that is, it's only going to make sense if it's in the economic interest of the people. So, like, I'm so out of touch with, your culture. It's hard for me to throw out ideas, but I'm just trying to brainstorm based on what you guys are saying here. But the best idea I have is what I said before, still something like some local marketplace, because it has to be something that delivers value locally, but that also goes beyond what you can do with physical cash. Because then you can see, oh, okay, the only way we can do that is with a mobile phone. So there's a reason for me to acquire a inexpensive mobile phone so that I can participate in this market. And so, and then just the final point on this, which is Bitcoin is very intelligently designed in that it can run on the lowest cost mobile phones. So we do need to bear that in mind. If people don't even have a mobile phone, let's make sure it runs on the lowest cost one, so that the barrier to entry is as low as possible. But I believe that's possible, and I think if we act quickly, we can beat Mark Zuckerberg to it because he hasn't gotten there yet. But that's what we have to do.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because the one thing you
So
don't want to do is lose the traditions of the traditions of the village in that have been going on for millennia and millennia. You don't want to lose that tradition by introducing technology, but you do want to help them in some way. But it's also it's not overwhelming them with the fact that if they aren't aware of how wide and how big the world actually is, then it could be quite daunting in some respects, I suppose. So it's not overwhelming them so much that it's like, whoa, and then they just lose themselves completely, which would be my fear.
okay, like during the making of the video, like the trailer, I think I made some of the villagers to engage in the making of the video. At least they were more open, like, to work with me. Like the continuity, I made sure I used one of the people that don't have idea about movie. I tutored her on how to work as a continuity. What they call it, the director of photography. I actually DOP1, but I taught someone of how to use the camera of stuff like that. Most of the stuff I do, I teach them in that process. So some of them got idea on how to use it, and basically, the mobile phone, especially using it as a form to to means to edit. I can actually use that mobile phone because I don't have a phone yet. I'm using Gabby's phone. So I can actually use the phone to do my editing, do my photography, do my cinematography, whatsoever work, and actually I can do, like, just to post the video, and also just to get more open to the world, and to socialize and communicate with people that are in the field, to to get promotion, and also to get a job on my own too. In that aspect, I'm automatically independent. I can work on my own using a mobile phone to do my capturing of videos and productions.
Monday, can I ask you, do you know, could you say in dollars, American dollars, roughly how much a phone costs where you live? A smartphone?
Okay, a smartphone, the one that have a higher quality, you can actually think of maybe currently now, I think it's about $200 or $250 currently now. So, but
American
as of
dollars,
then,
yeah.
American dollars, yeah.
Do you
So
still
that's
see
it.
those? Are those the old school, not the smartphone, but the the ones with a keypad and a small screen? Does that still exist there, or are people using the large screen iPhones? You know what I'm saying?
A large screen iPhone.
I'm just saying, what is the cheap? Do people use cheap mobile phones? Like, do you have a cheaper option available to you that's not $250?
When we had a
Okay, I
look,
The
think
cheaper option
I think
doesn't
it's,
have internet. They can't access the internet.
yeah, that's just like a Java phone. Most of
It's
them don't
just
even
a,
have
yeah.
internet access directly.
But that matters because you can do Bitcoin SPV on those phones, so you can
Uh,
actually. So they can
no,
trade BSV. They can't access Twitch, but they could trade BSV in principle. There is no app that I'm aware of currently, but I'm just trying to figure out the economics based on what you're saying. I'm just saying, if there's a lower cost option, you can provide options for people
because I'm speaking from the perspective of a developer. I'm trying to figure out what apps we can actually build to help you guys.
Wasn't there? I think the cheapest one was like about. I think it was $100. I think the cheapest phone that I could
Android?
find when I looked on the internet was like a cheap Chinese phone, which was about $100. We had a look the
Okay,
other day.
that's the cheapest. The cheapest that has a good quality. Yeah, it's about $100. But
Yeah.
if you want to get a high quality, like a
No, we're not
standard
talking
phone
about
for
that. No,
making of videos, yeah.
yeah, that's human.
Okay,
We're
okay,
just
okay,
talking about
okay,
the guy.
okay. The
Say,
cheapest you can get it's $100 plus. But I'm just saying that just to say had I known, there's a word phrase had I known, like not to regret every move. At least you get something that the quality you won't be regretting of the quality and whatever video you're making. Everything should be smart and smooth for you to to deliver to the public. Yeah, but if you can actually get a cheaper phone, like a lesser one for $150.
That still has a screen and a camera in it.
Yeah, that's the cheapest smartphone.
Right.
There is, which is it doesn't say it has a screen and a camera, but it's not a very good quality
Not a
one.
great
That's
one.
neither by the by. The point was, it's like when I looked, it was about $100 for the cheapest that you could get.
Are you aware, Monday, of there are a few different apps? Ryan might be able to remind me what it's called. Is it BitPing? There's one that where you're like monitoring uptime of different online companies, and you can earn a little bit of money every day with that. And then there's ones like Genuine Retweets, where you can actually retweet tweets from businesses and earn quite good amounts of money with that.
But are you on Twitter, Monday?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be on Twitter to be able to use genuine retweets. Now, there was BSV app testers, which was which I did introduce Monday to, but it's not as easy as what you think it is, because there are certain, I don't think it was that busy, and you had to be kind of vetted before you can actually do the work, and there wasn't. There was some, there's some work, but there's not enough to be able to then actually go and buy food with. So, because I know BSV App Tasters, which was Nick's business, you did try that, and that is one of the things. Yeah, genuine retweets would be great if you're on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter,
are you guys using Sonic
I'm actually on all the social handles, but as you know, basically I can't really access the internet always. Just like I don't have a phone, like I said to you. I use Jose's phone sometimes, to reach the media and whatsoever, just to check out my account. So some of the stuff I do, I have to borrow a phone to do it. And if Gabby is not around, I can't access the internet. So that's it.
Then talking about the Twitter, I think Twitter has been banned in Nigeria. We can only access Twitter by buying a VPN.
Using VPN. We use VPN to access Twitter. Yeah. So they are yet to lift it. They are yet to lift the ban on Twitter. So we use a VPN to access Twitter.
I don't know whether that stops you from earning or not.
Well, the wheels are definitely turning, guys.
Yeah, no,
we've got lots of ideas going through our minds. I mean, I want to buy you a drone. Yeah. That's all I know is I want to get you.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah,
and have you start doing some stock. You know how much money you could make off stock footage?
Yeah, filming
like of your area.
A drone.
Yes.
We need a drone.
I can actually make. I can actually use a drone for Yes, drone can help too in making movies. Yeah, we actually make it.
Anybody watching this video right now, what is your hand cash?
And what's your Twitch address as well?
Stock photography, you can make a lot of money off that too. Stock video footage. I mean, that's a way that somehow, how can we monetize stock photography and video on BSV somehow?
That's a really great idea.
And that's a way also, like, I love what Predict Ecology or whatever, the Weather SV and Predict Ecology guy is doing, where because I was looking into that as a drone pilot, for like flying a coastline and documenting the erosion and whatnot and putting that on the blockchain so that they can't say stuff is happening with global warming that is not really happening. Earth changes and documenting things like that. There should be a way to monetize being the pilot that got that footage for humanity. Like, however that's, I don't know. I just really think if you love photography, and I love what you've already done, I mean, it's obviously something that would just give you more tools to create more magic. So
You've
that's
come
my
up. You've
thought.
you've
That's
really
a
hit
good
the nail.
idea.
I was going to say you've really
I
hit the
appreciate.
nail on the head there as well, Casey, because you could do a stock footage kind of option would be absolutely amazing with video, still photography, but also for sound effects as well.
Decentralizing photography, guys.
So because that's
Okay,
another thing as well, sound
actually,
effects.
Cassie, I appreciate your support. I appreciate your concern about my career. I really appreciate that. And Didi as well can reach out to me whatsoever maybe development or whatsoever help and it can give to me to support my career. I appreciate that. Didi will give me whatsoever information I need. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Cassie.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I would love to see what you could do
Thank
with a
you.
drone. That's the only thing that I kept thinking of when you were speaking was, man,
If it,
what a beautiful
if I can get
environment to document.
if I can if I can get a drone today, I'll make a documentary of my whole entire village and send it to you directly.
What is your hand cache? Say it here.
Or
Put it on a
send
banner.
me maybe. What's your
Send
send
me.
me?
Or
I,
your
I have a
send.
Sendbay wallet. I have Sendbay wallet.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
smiles
get that in the
What's the
description
name?
of the video.
00 at sendbay.com.
I'll put it on the screen. I've got it. Just
Okay.
Yeah, she'll put it on the screen.
I'll find it. Give me a minute.
You guys are, taking such initiative there. I'm very proud of you. I'm like happy for you, and I want to see it succeed.
Thank
So,
you.
We don't usually ask for money, but we're gonna say today, please.
Yeah, everybody,
donate.
send them some money.
Send them some money. Let them buy a drone.
Yeah, you need a
The
drone.
mobile phone.
And
Thank
you
you.
need to
Yeah,
help us. You
Well,
need to help
a
us
mobile
figure
phone
out
first,
how
maybe,
to
yeah.
document environments and monetize it or something like.
we'll put
Sure.
possible bets.
Cultural knowledge, whatever that tribe is willing to share, we need to document indigenous knowledge. That is a huge issue also. They are destroying indigenous wisdom and like all kinds of, I won't go into details. So if there's anything that your tribe is willing to share that can be just preserving like super important consciousness humanity for information for humanity, like that's something that I would tune into as well, because I know there's so much wisdom in African knowledge. And have you guys heard of the Ubuntu philosophy?
Ubuntu philosophy.
It's a South
you-
African Ubuntu philosophy, but Michael Tellinger is.
I sent him the
really-
video yesterday. He's not watched it yet.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
yeah.
really
Okay, yeah, I've
resonate
not
with
watched
that.
it yet. Yeah.
Me helping you is you're just a reflection of me. Ubuntu. If I don't succeed, if you don't succeed, I don't succeed. We have to work together like that. So watching you guys like basically do a absolute version of what I'm doing here for people, trying to help onboard them in Africa, is like really inspiring. So I know this is happening all over the world. So the more we come together and like, fund each other, crowdfunded, like we don't, it can totally happen. If everybody throws in $5, you'll have a drone in like a couple weeks.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you so much,
We
man.
really appreciate.
Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome. I mean,
This is the best
I'm
news
inspired.
I've ever had this year so far.
So you're
Thank
gonna
you.
So I appreciate
Thank you.
I appreciate your efforts entirely. I appreciate your roots. I appreciate your mommy, Didi. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for this opportunity to show my career to the world entirely. Because you three of you, four of you entirely are world to me already. So world to us, like we love you all. So thank you for the support and everything. And basically, or using a drone. We don't have a camera, so
Using the drone is like
it's
giving
like
us
4K
another
drone or
advantage.
4K camera on a drone. So
oh, thank you so much.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
pretty
I
fun.
need a camera for the drone. So
Wow. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We don't really know how to appreciate you better, but we promise we're going to give you our best.
Yeah,
We're
I
going
believe
to
you.
make a lot of documentary
Yeah.
because our camera has always been our basic challenge.
That's the biggest challenge we
That's the
have.
biggest
Well,
challenge
and
we
then
have.
you
At
guys can
times,
blaze the trail and like be the way showers in your area, and we can document all of your success and use that as testimonials in other areas to help inspire other people to take the same action that you guys are doing. Like be the
Okay.
be the knowledge shower or sharers, you know what I mean? Like you guys are the ones taking the message of BSV and how it can help communities in your area before anyone else.
Basically, we have stories written. Jose here have lots of stories written down. So if you can get a camera and a
it will
drone,
really help
and
us.
it will really help us to show the world of the stories we have on ground. Like I'll be the one in charge of the camera and drones, and he'll be the one maybe directing and doing all the
putting down the
necessary.
script.
You guys could even turn into independent journalists, like do
Yeah,
news
sure.
and like journalism in your
we
area.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
we actually had that in mind. Like we said, we were going to explore Africa and introducing Africa to the world, like the African cultures that have always been our dreams. But
We
what
should
we
put
were
a mailing
actually
address
waiting
up
for,
here too. Like just let people send you all
yes,
kinds of fun stuff to go. I don't know. I mean, you
yes,
never know. There's a lot of generous, amazing people in the
There
Bitcoin
really are.
community, so you
Yeah.
never know.
yes,
So I mean,
yes.
we're not asking for any kind of charity. You guys deserve it, clearly.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
mean,
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
man.
You've
much.
got
Thank you,
Thank
man.
such
you.
obvious
Thank you.
talent, both of you. So
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much,
We
man.
really appreciate your support. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Ruth. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you
Should
so
we wrap
much.
it up here, Diddy? It seems like a good place to.
And is there anything you want to say, Monday? Say anything that you know? Is there any wisdom that
Yeah.
you can impart on us?
Okay. I really appreciate the team entirely. I appreciate women of BSV for giving us this opportunity to actually talk about our career and also things, challenges that we have around us, things that are actually holding us down and building our career. I and Jose, we are very, very happy to be on the women of BSV. I appreciate you, Didi. I appreciate you, Ruth. I appreciate you, Cassie, and I appreciate you. Sorry, I didn't
Ryan.
get to.
Ryan.
Okay. Oh man, yeah. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Even if I can't get a smartphone to on my own to use for chat, at least I got a drone and a camera. I'm happy. If I can get a drone and camera, I'll be happy. Even if and I don't get a phone. So I'm so
We'll
happy
figure
this
it
night.
out. We'll
Thank you
figure it
so
out.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're rooting for
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you,
Thank
Cassie.
you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Clicking
Peace.
and